What's up, YouTube community, and welcome back to the Atheist channel with your host, the Atheist. I am back with a series that a lot of people have been requesting for me to come back with, and that is dealing with the bullshit Bible stories. Such fun and gross and nonsensical stories, I must say, in the world, probably of all literature ever produced by man. This particular story is dealing with Ezekiel. Ezekiel Chapter 4, and this great intelligent being that theists call God actually commanding him to bake bread on human shit, and then after a few back and forths, Ezekiel talked the great God down to just cooking the bread on cow shit. Yes, this comes from Ezekiel 4. Now, I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with the story, but I'm sure a lot of you are. It's a weird story, and Christian apologists and scholars basically just don't really talk about the story a lot, but they basically just say, hey, you know, it's you know, hey, the great God said it, so we got to do it. But I very seriously doubt if a lot of Christians today, if this God just say it just popped up out of the sky and came and told them, hey, I need you to bake your food and your spaghetti and your meatballs, I need you to cook it with shit fuel, human shit fuel. I very seriously doubt a lot of people would actually follow such archaic orders like that. And you know, it's kind of strange to me how, especially these Christian trolls, they avoid answering just simple questions like this. How can a very intelligent being, a being that you say made all of this complex matter, which I am speaking about in my refuting theistic idealism videos and my what is God made of videos. I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks. And it's just strange to me how these so-called Christian philosophers and apologists, scholars, or whatever they want to call themselves, how they could actually equate some intelligent consciousness or some intelligent grand designer which created such complex things as we obviously see. And we can't even see the whole of the universe, but just what we do have evidence for. We know this is some complex things. It took, if it was a creator, then it took a very, very articulate mind to do something like this. But then you turn around and you give me a book where this same articulate mind that you say it is, you think it is, you say that this God of this Bible, this Yahweh, is this same articulate mind that created all of the cosmos and all of the complexity that we see within the cosmos. You say that this same being would tell a man to cook his bread on human shit. It amazes me. I just for the life of me, I mean, don't you think, I guess the question I'm asking, wouldn't an intelligent mind, obviously, that surpasses all of our human intellect, and as you Christians and theists, Muslims always say, we can't understand the mind of this imaginary being that you love so much, but wouldn't you think something like this would not want you to make shit bread? I mean, just think about it. Shit bread?
Action. That tastes like shit!
Shit bread. It's just I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna read it for those who haven't read it. And there's other things within Ezekiel Chapter 4 that just is ridiculous, and I don't know why people believe this stuff. I don't know. And I try not to sound condescending, but this shit is serious. Real shit, real shit. Chapter 4 in Ezekiel, starting at verse 12, it says, eat the food. As you know, I'm going to explain this as why this such intelligent cosmic deity would do such a, would even say such a dumb thing. But anyway, it says, eat the food as you would a loaf of barley bread. I'm reading from this New King James garbage. No, this NIV. I'm reading from NIV version. Don't matter what version you read. Say, eat the food as you would a loaf of barley bread. Bake it in the sight of the people using human shit for fuel. Excrete me, but I just said shit. That's what, whatever. Verse 13. The Lord said, in this way the people of Israel will eat defiled food among the nations where I drive them. Then I said, not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. Now, this is Ezekiel talking back to this most intelligent being. He's saying, then he said, not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. From my youth until now, I have never eaten anything found dead or torn by wild animals. No impure meat has ever entered my mouth. Now, this is Ezekiel just bucked. He just bucked on this great God. Basically, if we was to put it in newer terms today, after this intelligent being told him to eat this bread baked with human shit, really Ezekiel said, hell no, I'm not doing that shit, dude. I ain't never did no shit like that. Ain't never ate no shit like that since I was a kid. I ain't never eat anything found dead or torn by wild animals. So basically, why would I eat some shit? So he goes on. He goes on to talk. You see in verse 15, he basically talks him down to 16. He changes God's mind. And God said, okay. Don't use human shit. Just use cow shit, which is still some bullshit. Bullshit, yeah, play on words, bullshit. But I just don't see how intelligent people just would actually try to defend this. But this is the funny thing about it. They continue to try to defend this bullshit. It's strange. It's very strange, I know. And we've already talked about cognitive dissonance among theists. But this, when you actually go off into these particular bullshit Bible stories, it's very laughable. And it makes you think, man, like, what is the, where is the disconnect? Where people can't realize that this book is not divine. And it was written by crazy people. Crazy people who was probably high on mushrooms and all types of other shit. Because obviously these people ate shit. I mean, obviously, because they throw this in the book. An intelligent being, I don't think, would tell somebody to do this, especially his own prophet. If he wanted to tell his own prophet to do that just to show somebody, I'd be like, man, fuck that. Make them eat that shit. I don't need to be an example to eat bread cooked on human shit or cow shit. Make them do it. At least Ezekiel bucked a little bit. He bucked in part. But it's just strange that people would defend this. And I've talked to people about a lot of these crazy stories in the Bible. Now, I mean, as far as going further than even historicity, but just the logical elements of stories like this. Like Noah's flood. Y'all know I've always talked on that, and Rob does very well on Noah's flood and how it makes no sense. A fucking floating zoo. I mean, these are not logical things that adults, not even teenagers in 2018, should be taken to be literal. Like this shit actually happened. I mean, Jonah inside of a fucking whale's stomach for 3 days. Shit just don't add up. Jesus casting demons into some pigs, making them run over into a fucking waterfall. Dumb shit. Raising people from the dead. Things in this book that we've never seen in real life. We've never seen in our time or even the time before us. Especially since the time of the camera phone and cameras. We would never see anything like this, I'm very sure. As David Hume always said, I mean, and even Thomas Paine. I quoted Thomas Paine in a couple of my videos. And as far as us seeing nature never being broken. So if we've never seen, as Thomas Paine, and I'm going to paraphrase Thomas Paine, one of the great forefathers, obviously, he said that we've never seen nature broken. And if we compare this to a man saying that there were miracles He said 9 times out of 10, we have seen humans lie. So what is the probability that nature actually went against itself? Conversely, going as far as a man saying that nature did go against itself. 9 times out of 10, humans lie. We know humans lie. All of in our time, humans have always lied. So why wouldn't we take the writers of the Bible as liars? Knowing that we've never seen nature break itself. We've never seen nature go against itself. So why would we expect this truth from these humans that wrote this book? Why would we expect this book, an ancient book, who we don't even know who the authors are? Why would we expect any truth from them and expect nature to go against his own course because of this false book? And it's ridiculous. Of those who say, you know, you just keep trying to defend this irrational book. I mean, I really don't know what to say. It's terrible. I kind of have a lost of words. Only thing that basically comes to mind is basically.
Shut for 1 second.
Shut your mouth.
I needed someone
Wait,
to
shut your
work
mouth. Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry? What did
You're
you just...
It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and when you go back to verse 5 in the same chapter 4. Then I'm explaining why all this is supposed to be happening. Basically, it's this Yahweh. He's mad at the Israelites for so-called iniquities, and because they always fucking up, doing something that he didn't like. He was very, very strict in the Old Testament. I mean, very, very strict, Sky Daddy. But it was something he was angry about, things he was angry about. And so he gonna send Ezekiel to basically cook bread on shit and eat it. And just drink a little water. But like I say, Ezekiel talked him down from cooking the bread on human shit. He you know, broke it on down to cooking it on cow shit. Either way it go, you know, E. coli is all in your bread. I don't know. This very intelligent being didn't think about none of that. You know, he just wanted to do it. But anyway, you go to verse 5. It says, this is another stupid thing that this God told Ezekiel to do. Ezekiel's just too nice as far as I'm concerned. He said, for I have laid on you the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days, 390 days. So shall you bear the iniquity of the house of Israel. Verse 6, and when you have accomplished them, lie again on your right side, and you shall bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed you each day for a year. Therefore you shall set your face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and your arms shall be uncovered, and you shall prophesy against them. Okay, all this regular shit. So in other words, this very intelligent being, who obviously doesn't care nothing about the physicality for Ezekiel, told him to lay on his right side, his left side, I mean, for 390 days. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's probably worse than eating shit. Eating bread baked with shit. Laying on one side for over a year, 390 days. Then he said, after he's done with that, I want to turn on your left side, and this was going to be representing the iniquity of Judah, and do that for 40 days. So we're talking about 460 days of your body muscles. You talking about, oh man, you talking about a sore. You talking about all type of bed sores or rock sores or wherever Ezekiel was laying at, mat sores. This, how can you believe this stuff? I mean, how do you people believe this stuff? Let's go back. Eating bread baked with shit. I mean, that's the first problem. Eating bread baked with shit. And then you're going to tell this man to lay on one side for 390 days and then lay on the other side for another 40 days. Do y'all really think about what this would do to Ezekiel's body? Now back to the bread, eating the bread shit. I mean, I just can't get over that one. I'm sorry. I can't get over that one.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to continue my Bible bullshit story, but y'all feel free to go and read this story, and y'all try to make some sense out of it. I don't know, just ask your neighborhood preacher, man, or pastor, would he do that if God just popped out? I would love to ask Frank Turek, because Frank Turek is like one of the most, well, I ain't gonna say most popular, but he's very popular YouTube guy. He tries to debate for God sometimes. But he was asked a question one time from the audience. If God came down and told him to kill his child, I said, would he do it? And this is a guy, basically a skeptic in the audience, that asked me this question. And Frank Turek just said, yeah, he's real stupid. So I would love to ask him, man, if God just came down to tell him to bake his food, to cook his food with human shit today, or cow shit, would he do it to show the iniquity of America? I would just like to hear his dumbass answer. Maybe I'll email it to him, and if he emailed me back, which he's avoided me the last couple of years. Yeah, he's stupid. So I would just like to ask anybody, any preacher, excuse me, pimp, pastor, whatever, imam, would they do it if God told them to come bake their food on human shit or cow shit? Would they actually do it? And I very seriously doubt it, but they're gonna say it anyway. But like I said, once again, man, thanks for all my likes. Thanks for sharing my videos. Ask Emperor Sundays is still on. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that too. And I'm still going to be revisiting my other parts, and y'all keep looking out for my other parts of my series, Refuting Theistic Idolism, where I basically talk about how Christian philosophers of today, these what I call New Age Christians, are basically simply just getting to the point they're basically twisting quantum mechanics and quantum theory to fit their particular God view, and it's terrible. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that too. I'm Emperor Atheist. I'm out. Peace.